Hello, we're on to matchday number 23 now in the Premier League. Let's look back at last week's results. So Sheffield United, they came through 2-1 winners against West Brom, including goals from Bogle and Sharp. For West Brom, Matty Phillips got the only goal of the game, but Sheffield United continued their hot winning streak. Wolves defeated Arsenal 2-1. Pepe scored first for Arsenal, but then David Luiz got sent off for the Gunners. Neves got the resulting penalty kick goal. Martinho gave Wolves a 2-1 advantage early on in the second half, and Leno got sent off later on in the second half for Arsenal as they got reduced down to 9 men. Speaking of 9, Manchester United put 9 past Southampton with 8 different goal scorers, including Wan-Bissaka, Rashford, Bedwinnett's own goal, had Cavani, Martial, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, and also James. Southampton, they did have a very early red card in this match within the second minute from Jankiewicz. His debut to the club ended horribly, and also Bedwinnet got sent off late on in the game as well. But time to sort the issues out once again and recover from a 9-0 defeat in second season running. Crystal Palace 2-1 winners against Newcastle with Reid-Wild and Cahill after John O'Shelby opened the scoring very early on for Newcastle in just the second minute. Next up, Manchester City 2-0 winners on the road against Burnley as they continue the winning streak. Up to 13 games in all competitions now and barely conceding any goals. They are definitely the favourites to win this season, aren't they? So Jesus and Sterling managed to get the goals in the match. Leicester City 2-0 winners on the road against Fulham, with Iheanacho and Justin being the resulting scorers. Everton 2-1 winners against Leeds, with Sigurdsson and Cavan Wright. Leeds put a goal back for Rafinha, but in the end, no good. West Ham 3-1 winners against Astonvilla. Stoshek and then Jesse Lingard managed to get a brace. Very good introduction to the Hammers. Ollie Watkins got a consolation goal for Villa. Brighton, they shot Liverpool there, a 1-0 win on the road, and back-to-back home defeats for Liverpool after being on a 68-game unbeaten streak. Somehow loss, and now they got to play Manchester City. Awful scenes. So Alzate managed to get the match winner on this one here. And finally, my team, Chelsea, they defeated Tottenham with a 1-0 victory. Jorginho got a penalty kick goal. So how do we get on with those predictions? For the Football Simulator, they picked up 11.36 with the likes of Manchester United, Leicester and Brighton to win. For myself, it's 8.47 with Sheffield United, Leicester City, Everton and Chelsea to win the games. Overall leaderboard table sees the Football Simulator on top, 195.45. For myself, I got 164.42. Cavan Wright in third, 20.32. Tomo in fourth, 18.02. Roberto Hollis in fifth, 13.08. And in sixth place is It's Emergency with 6.9. As we go on to these matchday number 23 games then. Starting off with Aston Villa taking on Arsenal. $2.75 for Aston Villa, $3.40 for the draw, $2.50 for Arsenal. They're currently in 9th and 10th place respectively. Aston Villa do have a couple of games in hands. 2 wins past 5 games for Villa. Meanwhile for Arsenal, 2 wins and 2 draws. So very difficult match to call here, but there has been a lot more away wins this season. So that's what I'm somewhat basing some of these predictions on. So I'm going to go with Arsenal 2-1 winners, and the Football Simulator is going to go with Aston Villa 2-1 winners. We got Burnley taking on Brighton. 3.25 for Burnley, 3 butts for the draw, 2 butts 10 for Brighton. So both of these sides trying to push even further away from the relegation zone. They've got a good gap at the moment, but you could always do with a bit more, can't you? So both been pretty good form as of late. Burnley 2 wins in the past 5 games, but Brighton though, back-to-back victories. Tottenham and Liverpool are the teams that suffer that. And they also got another victory and a draw coming in the past 4 matches. So no reason why they can't win this game against Burnley. I'm going to go off Brighton, 1-0 winners. Football Simulator is going to go off a 2-1 win for Brighton. Newcastle and Southampton, $3 for Newcastle, $3.20 for the draw, and $2.40 for Southampton. Newcastle were in 16th, just the 1 victory in the past 5 games. Meanwhile for Southampton in 12th, also just the 1 victory in the past 5 games. So I've gone for an all-square game, a 1-1 draw, compared to a 0-0 stalemate. Next up we got Fulham taking on West Ham. $3.60 for Fulham, $3.30 for the draw, 2 bucks for West Ham. Fulham in 18th, just the 2 victories all season, 2 draws in the past 5. West Ham on the other hand, flying high up in 5th, picking up 4 victories in the past 5 games. Going to go with West Ham once again to get the victory here, a 2-0 result compared to a much needed victory for Fulham's survival hopes according to the Football Simulator with a 1-0 scoreline. Next up we got Manchester United taking on Everton, $1.53 for Man United, $4.20 for the draw, and $5.50 for Everton. Man United in second, bit of a wobbly patch at the moment there, 2 wins, 2 draws, but of course coming off the back of a 9-0 win. Everton on the other hand, 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 games. Got a couple of games in hand, they could potentially send them up as high as 3rd position. Going to go with Everton to get somewhat a surprising victory here, but they have been pretty good this season, and get themselves a 3-2 victory, compared to a 1-1 draw. Tottenham against West Brom, $1.45 for Tottenham, $4.33 for the draw, and 7 bucks for West Brom. Tottenham dropped all the way down to 8th position with those 3 defeats on the spin now, losing against Chelsea, losing against Brighton, and also losing against Liverpool, so they need to sort it out quick, smart. West Brom on the other hand in 19th, struggling all season, just the 2 wins all season, 1 victory and a draw coming in the past 5 matches. But this should be a pretty routine win for Spurs at home, and we're both going to go for a 4-1 victory for Tottenham. Wolves taking on Leicester, $3.40 for Wolves, $3.25 for the draw, and $2.10 for Leicester. Wolves in 14th, 1 victory and a draw in the past 5 games. Meanwhile for Leicester City, they come into us in 3rd position, 3 wins and a draw in their past 5 matches. So Leicester City are going to go for them to get the win here, a 2-1 result, compared to a surprising 4-1 demolition for Wolves to come through instead. Now for the big match, which is between Liverpool and Manchester City. Last season's champions against this season's champions. So we've got $3.30 for Liverpool, $3.50 for the draw, and 2 bucks for Manchester City. Liverpool comes us in 4th, having just the 2 victories and a draw in their past 5 games. Manchester City winning all of them, of course. Though Liverpool like to show up against the big sides, especially at home, they seem to be able to defeat a number of the sides like Tottenham, Chelsea, West Ham are up there, even Leicester City and all those teams. But yeah, just been struggling against those bottom sides like Burnley, Fulham, West Brom, Brighton. So it's a very strange season. But I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, so both sides will be reasonably happy with that result, I suppose. Liverpool to get back to some sort of respectable results, while Manchester City, they got a good, comfortable lead on the table at the moment, and to get something out of this will be still pretty pleasing. Football Scientists going to go with Liverpool to get the 3 points here, and that would make it a lot more exciting in terms of the title race battle, with a 2-1 result. Sheffield United taking on my team at Chelsea, $6.50 for Sheffield, $4.33 for the draw, and $1.45 for Chelsea. Sheffield United still bottom of the table, but they've got 3 wins now, and those 3 wins coming in the past 5 matches. Meanwhile for Chelsea, we finally got back-to-back victories for the first time in a while. So we're up to 6th place, so I need to keep that going to try and get in the top 4 this season, of course. Going to go with my side, of course, a 2-0 victory is what I'm predicting. Football Science is going to go with a 3-0 win for Chelsea. And finally, we got Leeds taking on Crystal Palace. $1.72 for Leeds, $3.60 for the draw, and $4 for Palace. Leeds come into this in 11th. 2 wins in the past 5 games. Meanwhile for Crystal Palace in 13th. 2 wins and a draw coming in their past 5 matches. Going to end things off with a 3-1 victory for Leeds compared to a 2-0 win for Leeds. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe. Cheers.